Great, y'all was on here jamming. Happy Monday, happy Monday. Y'all, welcome to my live today. I'm so excited because oh my god, I have so much good news. I don't even know where to start. But anyways, if this is your first time seeing me, my name is Sierra Janae. I get on here every day to show moms the easy and simple way to make income online, girl. And I don't care if you got any experience. If you, baby, look, if you ain't got no followers, don't none of that mean nothing, sis. I help you all. I love the people at the bottom, okay? It's my specialty. So if you are a mom, welcome in, welcome in. And if you are, let me know where you're from or just drop a pink heart in the chat so I know that you're here, so I know that this message is being delivered to you, sis, because I'm just trying to give you some free game real quick. But first, before I even get started, y'all, shout out to my YouTube. My YouTube, y'all, we hit 10K. We hit 10, I'm not a big, I don't know why I'm not like the most I don't even know how to say the word. Is it celebratory? Do you say it like that? Celebratory. Hey, thank you. Thank you, sis. But we hit 10K. I said I gotta start doing a better job, like celebrating myself. Y'all, we hit 10K. So shout out to everybody that subscribes to my channel, y'all. If you know me, baby, no shade to Instagram. But YouTube is like my favorite platform. I love it. If you are a mom or just in general, if you are someone who, trying to grow a business or whatever like that, get on YouTube. Get on YouTube. Get on YouTube. It's like the best platform. They're so good to small creators. I've gotten so many opportunities before I even hit, 1,000 subscribers. I will say you do got to be consistent on there, but it's the best paying platform. Like, girl, it's a win-win. Thank you, sis. Thank you. And I have been, y'all, I started my YouTube channel when, child, I think 2015, the year after my son was born, because I thought I was going to do, baby, and this what I be getting on here trying to tell y'all and show y'all be so focused on what somebody going to say and thinking about people judging you when you missing out on opportunities. I started my YouTube channel back in 2015. I was not consistent, but I was start and stop, kind of like what a lot of moms do just in general, right? And I didn't know what I was doing. I knew that I wanted to make money online. And at the time, I thought it was going to be, hey, Mr. V. Is it Mr. V Pal? Hey, Mr. V Pal. I'm good. How you doing? Happy Monday. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You know how, not saying that we be following people, but we be following people. Y'all know how it was that whole makeup era back in the day. Baby, I love me some Jackie Aina. If you don't know, baby, that's my favorite YouTuber. That's my favorite, like, ultimate, like, she's the girl, okay? But, seeing somebody like that, I thought that I wanted to do YouTube. It's so funny how this kind of ties into my story. But and then when I seen everybody doing like pregnancy reviews and stuff like that, y'all remember like the Daily Davidsons? Well, Tiffany, she still do her thing, don't get me wrong. But like I remember when women were doing like pregnancy, girl, what they call? Yeah, like pregnancy updates and shit like that. So I was like, oh, well, maybe I could do this because it's so funny. When I started my YouTube channel, it was right at the time where I was at my job that I hated and I was so miserable on, y'all. And so I was like, well, shit, I ain't got nothing else to do. My job was paying me not to come to work because I was going through a whole situation there. But anyways, so I thought I was going to do that. It never popped off on me. Like, again, partially due to myself not being consistent, but still, even when I felt like I would work hard and I would, edit my videos and try to be intentional, I didn't know back then about marketing. I didn't know about sales psychology. I didn't know about SEO, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was just kind of just winging it because I thought that was what everybody else was doing. But I knew I'm not one of them type of people. You know how y'all be watching them YouTube videos and then people be like, I didn't know you could get paid on YouTube. Baby, I knew. Hey, Alvin, I knew. And I wanted a piece of that pie. And back in the day, you used to could, I don't know what the difference is or what the requirements were, but like I was monetized way back when they didn't have all those different like requirements. And then I lost it. I think in total back then I had made like $36 and it sat in my AdSense account for so long. Because again, I wasn't consistent, y'all. I was starting, stop. But it's just crazy, when I started talking about digital products and digital marketing, because I was actually solving people's problems. You know what I mean? I wasn't creating me content, and that's what a lot of y'all do. But I want to give you a little shout out because you're creating content and that's cool and all. But once you learn how to create content that speaks to other people or whoever you want your target audience to be, that can be extremely beneficial for you. And that's exactly what I teach every single day, because again, we get on this internet for free all day long. Why not turn it into an opportunity for you can get paid? And there's so many different ways you can do that, even without showing your face. So again, if I have any moms in the room, let me know. I love, and I'm extremely passionate about helping moms because I believe every mama should be getting paid doing everyday things. Okay, I do it every day, so you could do it too, sis. Like literally, if you go into my Instagram stories, I was just sharing like how, girl, I went and got my little lashes done today and attempted to get my eyebrows done. And right then and there, I made a sale. And again, it's not even just about the sale; it's the impact and the I'm just so grateful to be putting mamas on, okay? Because we deserve the best, okay? We do deserve the rainbows, the stars, the unicorns, girl, all of that. And if you a mama that feel that way, let me know. But I want to ask y'all, have y'all ever like started something? We still at the beginning of the new year. Have you ever like just started something and you kind of was like, okay, it's not going how I want to go, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stop, because I'm here to tell you, sis, that's completely normal. A lot of people be swearing up and down, like, when it comes to digital marketing or courses and scams and shit like that, they be thinking like, it's a scam or this ain't no ain't nothing to get rich quick scheme, baby. When you go apply for a job, you know what I'm saying? When you gotta go sign up for DoorDash or whatever, it's a process, you know what I'm saying? So everything requires work, but it's all about what you do with your time and your energy and what opportunities you allow to create for yourself. You know what I'm saying? So people be, in their head about, thinking this is a scam, thinking this scam. No, baby, the scam is you working for a whole 2 weeks and not getting paid until 2 weeks out. Like, that's insane, right? When you should be in control of what you eat, when you can eat. We shouldn't be letting nobody do that for us. Now, I'm not knocking working a 9 to 5 by any means, but having ownership of something, having something of your own so you know that you can control what you get and what you don't get, right? That should be up to you. So that's what I do. And that's how I help moms, get started the simple way and the easy way, y'all. Making money online in 2026 is not hard to do. And literally you can be doing it from everyday things that you do literally every day. I mean, going to Walmart, going to Target, going to Meijer. Y'all ain't supposed to be going to Target, but you know what I'm saying? But doing these things, right? So I teach moms literally how to take their everyday moments, doing laundry, being in the house. Cause I know a lot of moms always say, and see, I'm one of them type of people. I eliminated any excuse that you've ever had of I can't do this. I don't want to show my face. Well, sis, do you want to keep living paycheck to paycheck? Do you want to stay in the same cycle? Imagine what your life could look like 6 months from now if you just said yes to yourself. If you just invested in yourself. If you said, you know what, I deserve peace of mind. I deserve knowing, the type of income that I can make, not knowing that is my paycheck gonna be there tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So again, if you are a mom, let me know in the comments if you're here, where you from, and if you are interested in learning more about digital marketing. Y'all, I'm gonna be dropping a vlog today and showing you how I literally automate my business the hood way, the ghetto way. Okay, that's one thing when it comes to my teaching and stuff like that. I don't down talk to people, and that was the thing why I created my community, because I knew for me it was somewhat of a challenge to learn, but I didn't know that it was a challenge for so many other moms. And once I seen that and got out into this field and seen it for myself, I was like, there is not a system out here that teaches moms, literally moms that deal with mom brain, moms that deal with mom guilt. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing out there. Everybody just thinks that, like, boom, you can just plug in and you're going to learn how you learn. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that. You need someone to actually understand your mindset, your mind frame. Because again, as a mom, baby, we be feeling guilty about the dishes being in the sink and you ain't spend time with your babies. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, which one is it? I'm getting a lot of men's up in here. If you are a male, if you have a baby mama, an auntie, a sister that's a mom, feel free to send her my way. But I'm just letting you know right now, I don't want to waste y'all time. I am talking to the mamas. But hopefully everybody's doing well and happy Monday. You said I need to invest in you, baby. I'm already invested in. But thank you. No, thank you. Okay? Thank y'all. Let me know if I got some mamas in the room, y'all. Okay, please. Do I need to get off and get back on and restart this? But again, y'all, so like I said, if you are just hopping in this live, and I am going to probably repost this. But yes, so I created a community, and a done-for-you system is called the MomPreneur Method. And like I said, it was created for moms by a mom who gets it, a mom who understands how a mom brain works and operate. Trying to set up a business, trying to learn a new skill can be challenging, right? Dealing with the kids, like I said, dealing with mom guilt, right? Still trying to work a 9 to 5, still trying to be a present mom, and there's a way you can do it and it can be fun. That was another thing when I put together the community that I knew that was extremely important because, baby, I don't want to learn nothing. I mean, I want to learn, but I don't want to like feel like I'm being taught to, because as a mom, just all the 1,001 things that go on in my head in a day, I knew that other moms would feel that way. So again, learning high income skills should not be hard to do. It should be fun when you're doing it, but I promise you it's not even that deep. It's not even that serious. Okay, so that's what I talk about inside of MPM. Inside, you learn marketing, branding, sales psychology, and you get step-by-step support. You get literally hand holding guidance. Like, you get my phone number, you're able to text me, ask me questions, but inside you even get 24/7 support, because I took the time, literally over 12,000 hours of my time, y'all hear that? 12,000. Every time I say that, I'm like, girl, and it's still being added up. 12,000 hours, because I wanted to create something that I knew was literally almost fail proof. You know what I'm saying? The only way you can win, the only way you can be successful is if you don't put the time in. You know what I mean? Digital products, digital marketing as a whole, y'all, is truly what you put in is what you get out. How would you feel knowing that, like, in 30 days you can make your first $400? You know what I mean? Because once you make your first $400, you can keep making money and keep making money and keep making money. So right now, inside of the community, I actually am doing a 30-day challenge, because one, obviously I want my mamas to be successful. I want them to see this for themselves. Y'all, it does not take long. Making money online, I mean, I can never guarantee you, any amount, but I do know with structure and a system that tells you what to do, tells you what to say, and tells you how to show up online, sis, is literally inevitable. Unless you don't believe in yourself, unless you ain't got ambitions, sis. But I don't understand what would you invest for if you didn't, right? But right now we're doing a 30-day challenge where I literally have gave the moms my exact blueprint, literally step by step, of everything that I do every single day, on top of the support that they get inside of the community. But how I was able to scale my business to over $330,000 as a complete beginner, y'all. And a lot of people ask me this. I feel like whenever I do a Q&A, people ask me this question all the time. Like, if I would start over my digital marketing journey, like from scratch, from zero, I need to make a video on this. Which way would I start? And I'm telling y'all, I'm always going to start the done for you way, because it's something about, like, everybody is shy. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how advanced you think you are. I don't care how smart you think you are, how hard you worked on something. There's nothing wrong. Don't get me wrong. Like, if your budget is just your budget, I'm not even going to front or lie to you. Do your thing. But you definitely can start off like absolutely free with digital marketing and creating your own digital products. But let me just tell you why done for you is just the best way, because, like I always say, like, it truly eliminates them beginner jitters, right? When we start something for the very first time, you nervous. Baby, you start a damn job. You'll be nervous. You got to warm up. You got to feel the people. You know what I mean? And you hold back a lot. You make a lot of mistakes in the beginning, especially when you're doing it by yourself. And this is why I say going the done for you route, when everything is done for you, literally all you're doing is plugging and playing and just showing up and being consistent and literally copying and pasting. If you can do that, you can make income. You know what I mean? And yeah, you can call it passive, but it can be full-time income. It truly is what you put in is what you get out. Hey, Rickety. And that's the beauty of, unlike a job, for a lot of us, what you're going to make on your job. You even calculated your paycheck before you even got your paycheck, even with overtime on it. With digital marketing, it truly is uncapped earning potential, and that's the beauty, the really cool thing about it, and no matter where you're at in the world, you can make income. No matter, as long as you have a phone and access to Wi-Fi, you can make income. And who don't want to do that? So, it's not about quitting your job or anything like that. I believe all income is good income, but learning how to create and learning to become the woman, the mom who creates opportunities for herself so she never has to worry about money. That's what I teach inside of MPM, so again, there's modules and things that you're going to learn from, but being a part of a community, being around like-minded moms who didn't want to figure this out alone, who are, literally taking the same steps as you. And, one thing I share with my community all the time, one thing that I feel like that I didn't like, and I thought that I had this, again, sometimes you be in your head and you be thinking it's just you that think this way. Everybody be thinking this way. But I was just like, I don't like, and it's no shade to any other community or program out there. But sometimes when you think about it, like, why wait until you get to that finish line where you're so unrelatable to the people at the bottom? I knew that once I started consistently making 10K months, once I hit my first 6 figures and doing the exact same thing, y'all, over and over and over, selling the exact same product over and over and over. And at the time I was selling somebody else's shit. I was like, baby, if I can do this, like literally with my eyes closed, other mamas need to be doing this, because what mom don't want to get paid to go get her nails done and be making money at the same time and turn that into content? What mom don't want to get paid going on a trip going to, you know what I'm saying, going to go get her lashes done, going to the grocery store, doing laundry, doing things that she has to do every single day. Baby, I teach you how to turn that into content, and literally that gets you paid. It is not that hard. It's not, you got to have a production. You know, it's so, you know, sometimes you forget, and I have to catch myself sometimes too, because I've been doing this for as long as I've been doing it now. But y'all, it's not hard. Y'all get on this internet every day and pour your feelings out when you could be, baby, pulling them feelings back. You know what I'm saying? Dropping something educational, dropping something motivational, right? And if you don't know how to do that, you can literally go into ChatGPT and give you something to say and plug a product and get paid. That is all it is. You'll share Beyonce's post, you'll share Rihanna's post, baby. You'll share everybody's business, but you won't start your own business, which is insane, you know, and it's truly, you know, a poor mindset thinking, you know, and I too was once there. I used to watch so many people, so many YouTubers, y'all, that started after I did. Speaking of YouTube, right? Started after I did, and I would just sit and watch, be they number one fan, showing up every time they post, Wednesday and Saturday, whatever, Wednesday, Sunday, whatever, right? First one there. Ooh, let me comment or whatever. And that's cute and all, and there's nothing wrong with being supportive, right? But how long are you going to sit back? How long are you going to sit on the sidelines and watch somebody else build a dream life in front of you? At what point do you like, hey, you know what? This person ain't better than me. They, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy for them. Shout out to you, girl. It was motivating and inspiring, but it's time, you know what I mean? It's time for me to have my moment, you know? And I, like I said, I try to get on here every day to encourage women and moms that, you know, I used to struggle with procrastination. I used to struggle with confidence issues and everything like that, right? But I hated my situation. I wanted to get out of my situation. I hated that my husband was working 2 full-time jobs to try to support us. And I'm like, this is not living. We literally are working just to pay bills. There has to be more to this, right? And once I decided and was like, you know what, I'm going to figure out, yes, the process of it, it was, you know what I mean? It got hard sometimes. Damn, is it really going to happen for me? Damn, are people going to actually show up? Damn, are people going to actually buy? But once I knew what I was talking about, I believed in what I was talking about, and I seen it for, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it do take you getting that first sale, right? And that's why right now inside of my community, I'm encouraging all the moms, like, I know you can do it. And so much more, you know. So that's why the first mom that actually gets a sale in the challenge, she's actually going to be getting a cash prize of $400. And then I'm also, for all the other moms who participate and are showing up consistently, because that's the thing, learning how to be disciplined and being consistent, y'all. It's hard, I'm not gonna lie, but it's so rewarding if you stick with it. If you stick with it. And I'm not just saying just from the posting aspect and making money, but just doing something for yourself as a mom. Do y'all know how, like, it feels so good to be consistent? Like, baby, since I've been back on my little workout journey, like, it feels really good. Baby, I hate every moment of it. Can't stand it. Got an attitude the whole goddamn time. But then I'm like, at the end of the day, wow, I'm showing up for me. I'm being consistent for me. I always following up saying I'm gonna start something, do it for about 3 days, and then I'll be giving up. Nah, we can't do that, because when you start doing these type of things for yourself, it opens up a whole nother door for so many other things, y'all. If you would have told me, baby, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, damn near, because I'm about to hit my 2 years in digital marketing, y'all, seriously, that I would now have multiple business. I would have bought my dream car cash. I have made my kids trust fund babies, all of these things, baby, I would be like, girl, you lying. I'm doing good to get by. Okay, because that's really what it was. We literally had just enough, y'all, to get by. And it's like, we get so comfortable with that. You know what I mean? And that's what people don't understand about a 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with 9 to 5. Y'all, people think I'm crazy that I still work my 9 to 5. But baby, all good money. I'm going to try to rock this motherfucker as long as I can. Okay? Until they be like, okay, Sierra, your ass can't be out of the goddamn country on the clock. I'm like, okay, y'all, I'm sorry. Because my ass showing up, baby, I done been in Dubai. Okay, logged on to Teams at 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever like that, because we was on opposite times. Baby, don't play with me, okay? But seriously, all income is good income, y'all. The point is, you know, and this is why I definitely love sharing my journey with y'all, because, you know, you hear a lot of creators and like, oh, I quit my job or whatever. I don't have a job that I'm miserable on. I'm definitely here for the insurance, don't get me wrong. But I use it so, you know, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I do fall off when it comes to social media, right? But I've been able to create multiple businesses for myself where they're all working for me. I'm constantly making money. And this is what people don't realize about digital marketing. It's not just about reselling, of course. That's just the starting point. Baby, that's the training wheels. That's the, let me get my feet wet, you know what I'm saying, to see if I really want to do this shit, right? Let me get my practice in. But so many other opportunities can come from this. You know, once you learn these skills, can't nobody take these skills from you. You know, I've been able to, things that I haven't even had listed on my website, right? setting up people's communities for them and they paying me $5,000, mentoring someone, literally branding someone and creating a whole brand profile for them, paying me just out the pocket of things that y'all I didn't necessarily think I was gonna do, but because I learned these skills, nobody can take it away from me. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty of it. You know what I mean? Again, creating opportunities for yourself so you're never gonna be broke. Versus, okay, if I go to this job, all I know is I know what I'm gonna get, and I know, you know what I'm saying. Come next year, maybe I'll get a little 3%, maybe I'll get a little, a little 1, 2, or whatever. But like, who wants to live like that? I know moms especially are some of the most hardworking people. Moms especially are some of the most the best problem solvers there is out there. Sis, you can use those skills. You wear 1,000 hats every single day. Use those skills and turn it into income. Okay. Again, I can't say it enough, y'all. I literally be like, how is this my life? How is this my life now? You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying it not out of just like, I don't even know the word, but like, I just be like, y'all, I literally was on a job that I was miserable of, that I was like, just, I hate it. They literally used to make my life a living hell, okay? And I said, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm going to do something about it. And I was scared. I was terrified. And this is why I'm telling y'all, you're not going to have it all figured out. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm the most confident to do this. Hell no. That shit comes over time. Okay. It takes about 3, 4, 10, about 40 posts. You'll be in, you know what I mean? But the point is to start. You see yourself, you get better. And at the end of the day, I tell my moms this all the time inside my community. Baby, who going to fight you? So what if your auntie got something to say? So what if your sister, your baby daddy, whatever, got something to say? Baby, they're just mad that they're not doing anything, okay? Because any real person that got something going on in their life, baby, if I see somebody trying to do something, showing up or whatever, baby, I see you. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that got something to say, they're a hater. Just know that, okay? Especially if you're trying to help, if you're trying to problem solve, for real. I'm sorry, y'all know I'm a fool. But seriously, so do I have any moms in here? Let me know, y'all. I'll get on here and to rambling and tell y'all all my business or whatever like that. But seriously, stop thinking that it's hard. Stop thinking that the only type of large sum of money you can get is a motherfucking tax check. Bitch, we get tax checks every day, okay? Like, that's what y'all need to understand. Lessons and blessings, period. Stay focused. Determination can take a long way. Yes, it can. Amen. Thanks, Quay. But yeah, so right now, like I said, when you join MPM, you can actually join the challenge. And like I said, you're going to get my step-by-step blueprint that's helped me scale my business to over $330,000, y'all. I'm literally giving you affirmations, my Bible scripture, baby, because for real, I don't play, okay? When it comes to doing this, I know you could be successful at it, sis. Like, imagine seriously what your Christmas could look like. Imagine, y'all, when I got started with digital marketing, this is why I'm kind of going back to what I was saying, the done for you route. The reason why I like to do it that way, because one, testimony's already built up. Y'all, if I'm being just straight up honest with you, a lot of people are just followers, not in a bad way, but sometimes it takes people to see that, oh, other people are joining, other people want to be a part of this. So FOMO, I don't want to miss out either, right? And that's why I'm saying, like, you can definitely create your own digital products from scratch, baby. All you need is Canva and ChatGPT. Real simple, okay? It literally anything. Y'all, I have seen it all. Niches that I didn't even know was out there, okay? But as long as you are specific, get on social media, post content every single day. A lot of people ask, do you have to go live? You don't have to necessarily go live. If your content converts, great. But plug your product, and that's how easy and simple you can get paid. I personally, I love larger deposits. That's just me though. But you absolutely can get started with selling a $27 product, a $17 product, right? And just getting it out there. The point is to get yourself out there. But again, people want solutions and they want their problem solved like that. You know how when, you may go on, a lot of people like TikTok like that now, but I'm still a YouTube girly all day. But you know how if you have an issue or something, first thing you do, you go to YouTube and you be looking for it right then and there. And sometimes you be willing to pay for the shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ever go on them little websites and you didn't pay for some shit, didn't even need it, but you just needed it right then and there? This is how digital marketing work, y'all. It's in a high demand. People want the information. It's not a scam. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not anything too to be true. You actually learn high income skills. And, I tell people all the time, MPM alone, this community should be easily worth over $3,500 because one, the support that you get is truly like no other. You know what I mean? I myself, as the creator, as the founder, I believe in, like, again, engaging with the people, engaging with the community, because as much as, I have all these skills and I put this together for moms to be successful, we together are even stronger and more powerful in knowledge, all pouring off of each other. Moms have so many gifts. Moms have so many talents and things like that. Like, baby, I teach you how to tap into that and turn that into the income. That's all I do. I'm just the messenger, okay? But, that's exactly why I wanted to, like I said, do the challenge, because it wasn't just about making the money. I know the mamas is gonna make money. I know I'm gonna make some money, right? But again, the person that you turn into just from showing yourself that, hey, with me showing up, I can be consistent. I deserve this. Discipline is probably one of the best things that you can give yourself as a mom, y'all. If y'all don't take nothing away from me, I'm just saying, like, literally doing the thing. How many times have you said, oh, I'm gonna go do this for myself. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start that thing. I'm gonna start that business or whatever. And then you don't do it. You talk yourself out of it. You find an excuse. The kids need this. Mama needs something too. Okay? So it's time for you to start putting yourself first, mama. Okay? Hey, Veronica. I'm a former middle school science teacher, now stay-at-home mom. What type of product could I make this? Girl, don't play with me. I love teachers. Y'all have, first of all, with you being a stay-at-home mom, are you doing any kind of like homeschooling? I mean, especially with your prior experience of being a teacher, I love to, girl, there are so many things you can do. First of all, so many moms struggle with like getting their babies to read, different activities and stuff like that. Baby, Etsy, Etsy is where it's at, sis. So all of your prior experience of being a science teacher, child, you can put together checklists, guides, you can make workbooks, coloring book. There are so many different things you can do. You can put together like a quick little 1-to-1, like easy, cause like I homeschool my kids and I'm always like online looking for like, okay, what's some DIY science projects that we could do? You know what I'm saying? Cause baby, I don't be knowing what about that stuff. Things like that. Moms will go crazy, and homeschooling is like really kind of like coming up. So sis, while you staying at home with your baby, you better start putting them digital products together. If you need help getting started, like I said, MPM, great entryway for you because you're speaking to other moms. Inside of my community, y'all, I don't teach you how to talk to everybody. I teach you how to talk to moms. And that makes the process so much easier, because that'd be the biggest thing. People be trying to get on this internet and talk to everybody because I want to make so much money. I got to talk to everybody. The more specific you are and you niche down, the clearer you are. That's why anytime y'all see me, that's why you always hear me saying the language of mama this, mama that. No shade to anybody. I mean, I've helped hundreds of people at this point, right? Men to people that are not moms, right? But typically who I'm talking to is moms, because that is me. That's who I am at my core, and it's easy for me to show up, and that's all you're doing. So definitely, Veronica, if you want to get started, you can click the link in my bio. Y'all can get started with MPM literally for $41 down. Start learning these high income skills. If you want to learn how to create your own digital products, you'll learn that in there as well. But I'm telling you, sis, start the easy way, the simple way. Start building up your income. Start building up your brand, right? Getting known for something, and people are going to trust you regardless. So that way, if you do decide to branch off and, create like things more relevant to the science teacher type of vibe, you can do that. But again, I always tell people, start with a done for you system, because it's going to teach you everything that you need to know on the back end, right? You'll get your practice in your field. You'll learn how to set up your online store, start collecting them payments, get into that momentum, right? Building that muscle, then branch off and do your own thing, because it'll just be so much easier and more streamlined for you. And it's kind of like, you kind of have like built up tough skin, I feel like, right? Because again, when you try to come out with your own shit in the beginning, girl, people don't be the most supportive, right? They be like, oh, so you know what I mean? Feeling like you got to know everything because it's a done for you system, like you didn't build it. And it's the complete opposite. You don't have to know everything because it's a done for you system. And that's what people don't realize about it. So like I said, if you're interested in getting started, y'all can just comment the word MPM. And I'm telling you, when you get inside, first of all, you're going to be blown away, because there truly is no other community out there like that, y'all. I'm the only person inside of the community that teaches, and that was something else that I knew that was extremely important. I don't like learning from 17 different people, okay? Because it'd be 17 different spirits. I'm just playing. No, but sometimes it do. Sometimes it do, though. No, but, everything inside of the community is truly built like mom language, mom brain, because I have mom brain, okay? Girl, I'm telling you, the ADHD, baby, it gets me every time. You know what I'm saying? And it just feels so good to know that, so many women struggle with that too, because I thought I was the only one, so like I said, as much as I love helping women and pouring into moms, and how the moms love the community, they love the structure of it, they love how it's completely like no other thing out there, because y'all, I'm a cusser. God is working on me, okay? But sometimes you need to hear a little cuss word, okay? I hold my people accountable. I will tell you, why you post that bullshit, okay? I will tell you. I'm not about to have you because you're a representation of me, okay? So all of that is included in the community. But again, I also just the importance of implementing God in your strategy. I tell people this all the time. If it wasn't for me really praying and asking God to bless my finances, to bless my journey, to bless this whole digital marketing experience for me, I definitely would not be where I'm at today. And so I always lead with him and, inside of the community. I mean, I ain't like super preachy or nothing like that. I want y'all, because again, I'm not perfect by any means, okay? God's still working on me for sure. But like I said, if you like a little cuss word, a little 1 2 1 2, again, if you want somebody not lying to you, because I'm not gonna be like, yeah, girl. So if you just post 1 time a week with your 5 followers, you're gonna go viral. If that's what y'all looking for, baby, I damn sure don't do that. I'm like, bitch, you need to be posting 3 times a day. Now you can go inside of the mama bot. She gonna tell you what to post, tell you what to say, she give you all of that. But all that posting 1 time a day, girl, no. No, that's you're not gonna go anywhere. Is it possible? Yes. But I believe in probability, okay? The more fish in the sea, the better chance you have getting caught, okay? And that's what I teach inside of the community. So again, like I said, I try to get on here every day around this time. I really don't have my set time, y'all. I've been just everywhere. But like I said, if you are interested and you want to get started, I do have some free resources down below. I have a free guide. It's literally called Mama, You Should Be Rich, because you should. I think it's going to cut off now. Damn it. Can y'all hear me? It might cut off. Damn. Babe. Can y'all hear me? Y'all probably can't even hear me. So let me know if I'm wasting my time. You see this? It's the dirt on my hand for me. Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all can hear me, because he called. Every time somebody called me, it go out. Oh, damn. Well, I got most of the live out. Can y'all hear me? Let me know. Can y'all hear me? Because y'all just looking at me. Well, can y'all hear me? Okay, thank you. Okay, girl, I don't know where I left off, but yeah, girl. Oh, I was gonna say, so I linked some free resources there, linked in my bio, y'all. Check them out. Download Mama, You Should Be Rich, because again, it's a guide. Literally, again, I'm showing you how to get started with digital products absolutely for free if that's what you want to do, girl. But I'm gonna be honest with you. You gotta spend some money to make some money, sis. Okay. I almost let $500, y'all, hold me back from. I wouldn't have been able to make over the three. Like, I think I'm at 332,000 to be exact. I would have let $500 hold me back, y'all. So stop being afraid. You got to go in there with a positive mindset, baby. Failure is not an option, okay? So when you do invest and when you are ready, you know what I mean? This is why I'm big on, accountability and really, like checking in with my mamas. And again, they'll tell you, any of them tell you that's inside. If any of y'all in the chat, y'all know I'm telling you. If it's some bullshit, I'm going to tell you. Don't post that shit, okay? If it's some trash, I'm gonna tell you, okay? And I'm just big on like getting out here, because I was once there and I know what that's like. I know what it's like not really having, support. You know what I mean? And people believe in, here you are trying to follow your motherfucking dreams. And you know what I'm saying? People be looking at you like you crazy. So that's why I'm saying it's so important to be in part of a community. But the biggest thing that I want y'all to take from me as a mom, sis, y'all, the other day I was literally like just thinking all this shit that I did. Y'all, I took my son. I had to take my son. Baby, I was everything. I had to take my son to the airport. I flew with him to New York, flew back, y'all, literally in the same day, went grocery shopping, had to cut my husband's hair, attempted to do my daughter's hair, had to log in for work. What else did I do? And I was like, look at all these damn things that I do in a day. As a mom, look at all the damn things that you do in a day. Look at all the things that you make happen. Baby, you be having to remember social security numbers. You be having to remember when they last annual checkup. I mean, for the most part, the doctors be doing that for us. But I'm just saying, like, and this is why I'm so passionate about helping moms, because sis, the gifts and the talents that you have, stop thinking that you're not qualified to teach somebody something, because you absolutely are. And again, stop thinking that you can't have a soft life, an easy life, baby, because what? Like, y'all, I get paid to go to brunch. I get paid to go get some motherfucking matcha. Why don't you want to do that? But you want to go sign up for Amazon? You want to go to sign up for DoorDash? Cute, baby. I'm cool on that. Now again, I ain't knocking the hustle or whatever like that, but baby, if I can live a soft life, easy life, I'll take that for 100, Jerry, every single time. Like, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? So again, if you're a mom and you want to get started, comment NPM or download my free guide, Mama, You Should Be Rich, because mama, you should be rich, okay? But do I have anybody here that has any questions, y'all? Again, I get on here talking, I'll just be taking over. But I'm always here to answer your questions, girl. I'm always here to help you. I try to get on here every once in a while. I'll show y'all little tutorials, 1 2 1 2. But it's time to lock in, okay? Because again, you keep complaining about, man, I wish I had this, man, I wish I was doing this, I want to go on vacation, I want to put my babies on like, you know, get them a trust fund and stuff like that. But like, how long you gonna say that? Girl, I was saying that for like 7 years. And I said, okay, I've been saying this shit for 7 years. I'm not one of them type of people that's gonna keep saying the same thing. So what are we doing? what I gotta do? What I gotta, you know what I'm saying? And that's how you have to be, y'all. You can change. Stop thinking that you don't have control of your situation. You know, me and my husband, we was beefing about this the other day. Cause I always say, you know, he grew up in a, you know, with a silver spoon in his mouth. I grew up in the hood, baby, very poor. I'm talking about King Vitamin poor, okay? So if you know, you know. You know what I mean? King Vitamin poor, okay? No, but seriously, and you know, I so desperately, even growing up, knew that I was gonna put me, like, you know, you gotta, who cares? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Who cares if you think that somebody's gonna say something about you, if you think somebody's gonna judge you? Who fucking cares? You know, and people always try to say, you know, you got to be Delulu or whatever. If that's what you want to call it, be Delulu. But I know the God that I serve, and baby, he always comes through. All I have to do is just open my mouth and say, God, this is what I want. And usually it's 10 times better anyway. So again, stop thinking you can't change your situation. You are still poor. I'm not, baby, but you probably are. And again, this is this live is for mom. So you probably, it's probably not even relevant for you anyway. But you see that, what you commented right there, that lets me know that you have a poor mindset. Because if you really had something going on, maybe you wouldn't be worried about me or locked in with me. But I appreciate you leaving a comment. Leave a heart too, okay? So I know, so I know you heard me, okay? Because I know you still in here. I know you still in here. But again, for the mamas, okay? I'm always here for you, girl. I got your back. Stop thinking that you cannot change your situation. Stop thinking that you can't change your life, because you can, okay? I've been in the worst of the worst of the worst of the worst, but I kept my faith in God. I believed, even when everybody thought I was crazy and retarded or whatever like that, I did it anyway, and I changed my situation. And you know, all them people that had something to say about me, you know where they at? They still in the same motherfucking place, okay? So don't let that stuff get to you. Forget them people or whatever like that. Like I said, y'all, people that really have things going on, people that are really doing things in their life, no shade, no offense, they not thinking about you. The people that have something to say, and the people that you letting hold you back now, those are the people, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be in the same place, if not worse, years from now. So go and shit on their head. You know what I'm saying? But all right, y'all, if y'all don't have any questions, I'm going to get off of here. And like I said, everything will be linked up in the description or down in, girl, wherever, whatever page I'm on. I don't even know which screen is which now. But all right. Thank you, Her Empire, y'all. Oh, and shout out to YouTube, y'all. We hit 10K. Thank y'all for all y'all that have subscribed. I'm planning on, maybe I'm gonna do a giveaway or something. Maybe I'm gonna do a giveaway. I don't know. I gotta think of something. But we just hit 10K. I think it was on Saturday, girl. Again, y'all, I'm not the best at like acknowledging myself sometimes. I'm gonna shout you out every time. But shout out to y'all, okay? We appreciate you and the value you offer. So sad people have a poor mindset. It is, you know what I mean? But and that's why they gonna just stay there, girl. You know what I'm saying? But you can't let that, girl, you can't let that stuff get to you. Again, y'all, and that was the thing. I spent so many years listening to 30,000 salary people. And it's not just about the money, don't get me wrong, but I'm listening to somebody that literally making $30,000 a year telling me that you can't make that type of money. That's impossible. Making 10K a month, that is unrealistic. You need to just work at a job for 40 years or whatever. How's that working out for you? Okay? That maybe $100,000 ain't enough nowadays. What do you mean? You know what I'm saying? So again, what is wrong with having multiple streams, y'all? If I had not invested in myself, to this day, like I said, I would not be driving my dream car that I paid cash for, y'all. Can we talk about it? Baby, I didn't have titles to my hoopties. I have a title to my Range Rover, okay? My babies would not be, considered trust fund babies now. Like, y'all, I didn't have none of that shit growing up. Baby, I didn't know what a 5-1, I didn't know about none of that stuff growing up. Nobody taught me that, right? But people always saying, money doesn't buy you happiness, baby. Me not being stressed and worrying about the repo man coming, yeah. It bought me, money can't buy some happiness, okay? No, but money can aid and be a resource to help you in other ways. It's a tool, you know what I'm saying? Use your money to make more money, y'all. That's all it is, you know what I mean? If you don't take nothing from motherfucking punk ass Trump, okay? Like, for real. Dude is delusional, right? But he get everything that he want. I don't even fucking with him. I don't want y'all to think that. I'm not saying it. But I'm just saying, like, if he feels like, you know what I'm saying, he could do whatever, like, why you don't want to think that, don't get out here going crazy. I ain't saying it. Don't take this sideways, but I'm just saying, like, that man feel like he can do whatever he want and gonna make it happen and don't care who it takes. Why don't you have that same mindset for yourself? Why don't you think you can change your situation for yourself? Are you okay? Are you happy with just having just enough? Or, you know what I'm saying? And then it's so much to poor minded people, it's so much easier. Well, I got this job right now, even though I'm already working 40 hours, I'm gonna turn around and go do DoorDash 8 hours and be, beating up my car and it's ass backwards. And then people like, that's not a get rich quick. Baby, is anything a get rich quick scheme? Help me understand. Anything that you do, you got to put work in. But again, I'll take going to brunch. I'll take doing laundry. I'll take washing the dishes. I'll take playing with my kids and filming that and putting a message to it and linking a product all day over doing DoorDash, Spark, Amazon, Uber Eats, medical carrier, all of that. I don't want to do no physical labor. I just want to look cute and get paid. That's exactly what I do. Oh, thank you, sis. Period. Money paid my period. Okay. Not having no mortgage, baby. I'm working on it too, sis. I'm baby. I said, people be, why you still working your job, baby? Because all income is good income. Do y'all see the insurance rates and stuff like that, baby? Again, I told you, my job be looking at me like I'm crazy while I'm still there. They be like, ma'am, why are you here? Because I need this insurance, okay? And again, as long as I can rock it, I'm going to rock it. But all right, y'all, I will see y'all later, okay? Y'all have a good day. Happy Monday. And like I said, if you ready, sis, and you serious about, go ahead and join MPM right now. Like I said, you can get started for $41 down. And girl, get inside of the challenge, okay? I want to see you on Wednesday in the live Q&A where you're going to get supported, where you're going to get loved on. And I'm going to cuss you out too because I'm going to be like, why you do that, okay? So if you're looking for accountability, MPM where you need to be. But all right, y'all, I will see you guys tomorrow.